Hey girl, Stand out here coming at you with another video. So we are going to talk about apple cider vinegar rinses and why you need to stop using apple cider vinegar rinses on your hair after you wash. It all started this morning. This conversation literally just happened, so when she sent this, it was so like intense, and our conversation was so intense. I was like, girl, I got you. I'm gonna make a video for you tomorrow. If you're not doing so already, make sure you're following me on Instagram, because you can send me a DM and then I'll make a video, or I'll just like write you back and we'll talk about it in the DM. Hi Sin, I hope you're doing well. Can I ask you a question, please? I usually have high porosity hair. Recently, about 3 weeks ago, I gave myself a protein overload. Luckily, it was only one treatment I did. I've been trying to correct this by adding a lot of moisture to my hair, but I've noticed that my hair has been acting very low porosity since. Literally, you can see the water particles and oils dripping from my hair. Nothing seems to penetrate it like that, and did the test today, and it was wash day, and now it's low. Girl, I can't deal. I want my high porosity hair back, as this was easier for me to manage. So my question is, will my hair be low porosity forever? Can I manipulate my hair to be high again? Look like medium, obviously, because that's the perfect balance, but I'd rather have my hair be as it was before. I've stopped using any protein deep conditioners currently, as I am scared to add more of an overload, but my hair after an ABC rinse, etc., was really frizzy and seemed hard to manage. Any advice, please? Shall I carry on as normal? I'm waiting for the 4-week mark to reintroduce protein and use my favorite deep conditioner, high porosity one, as my hair usually loves it. But this is definitely a lot. My hair is usually dry by now, and after 5 hours it's still wet and can see the hair cream just sitting on my hair. So I'm not sure what the actual culprit is, as I'm changing my routine weekly. Thanks for reading, and I love your YouTube. Hopefully you respond. So as you can see here, I definitely responded. We had a full-fledged conversation, and I let her know in the conversation we would have a video just for her. So let's get into this. This is how her hair started off, and she had high porosity hair. Over a period of time of her trying to learn her curl pattern, as we all do, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Let's talk about apple cider vinegar, the good and the bad. Now, the thing that makes apple cider vinegar like this super duper powerhouse that everybody loves is pH balance and the natural acidic acid base. And with that acidic acid base, along with the pH level, you get some pretty good benefits. With these properties combined, you have two actions that are taking place. It literally goes onto your scalp to remove buildup on the scalp without disturbing your hair's natural pH balance, which is great. See, this is where the problem comes in, because even though apple cider vinegar has all of these amazing benefits, we're not supposed to be using them every wash day. One thing that she said was the simple fact that she's like, oh, well, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna do it again, where in reality you should only be doing twice a year. The reason that you do rinse is to remove fatty deposits in the hair, so it's like your killer, like your goon, but we'll get into that in a minute. Apple cider vinegar is completely natural. It comes from dried apples, apple cores, and the apple peels, okay? And they put it in the little thing, and then they ferment it, and then they get this apple cider vinegar out of there, and it is pure acid. Pure acid. Even though it is a pure acid, and even though it's a pure form, it comes from an apple, we eat apples all the time, understand that it holds no nutritional value. Wait a minute, remember what we talked about. Take a sip. Wait, you take your sip? Okay, because I'm about to prove it to you. According to the USDA, apple cider vinegar has no nutritional value. It has no vitamins, no botanicals, no minerals, nothing like that. It is literally a acid wash. USDA, they said it. It's like right here. You can Google it yourself. Saying that to let you know that the use of apple cider vinegar is not to give your hair any type of conditioning properties whatsoever. The whole entire purpose of apple cider vinegar is literally to give you an acid wash, because normally you're not supposed to keep a weave in longer than like 2.5 months, but people go longer. That's none of my business. Remember, sippy stuff. That is what apple cider vinegar is for. Like if you just been a little reckless with your hair, you haven't been doing your deep conditioning treatments, your scalp cleanses and things of that nature, then you want to use apple cider vinegar, because if you use too much of it, something else happens. Amazing antifungal and antibacterial properties, and this is where the taste, the smell, and the low acidic pH balance comes from, okay? From the pure acid, because apple cider vinegar is a pure natural acid. The way the apple cider vinegar works, that pure acid gets on the scalp and it literally dissolves and eats away, literally eats away at anything that is on the scalp without disturbing the natural pH balance of your scalp. And what apple cider vinegar actually helps you do is to take the sebum that's been trapped in your scalp, your follicle being built up from too much product or anything like that. It helps you to move that sebum, which is very important. Video coming soon, down the hair shaft. This is something that you do when you've taken no preventative measures and you've been really reckless. But as an everyday treatment, it's not so good, and I'll tell you why. So don't get mad at me. Remember, you're supposed to sip your stuff. And apple cider vinegar has taken off the way that it has is because most people in the natural community have self-imposed high porosity hair from over manipulation and from using way too many products. I already asked her if she was okay with me, you know, saying this, and she was okay with it. But even during our conversation, there was an arsenal of different hair products that she uses. Understand, with high porosity hair, as we use all of these different products, please know that all different products have a formulation. If you look on the back of the products, each product has a different formulation. So if you're using a shampoo from this company and a deep conditioning treatment from this company, or a protein treatment from this company, and then a regular clarifying shampoo from this company, and using it at the same time, that can have negative results, you guys. It's the same thing if you're cooking in your kitchen. There's just certain ingredients that you don't mix together because you'll have a certain reaction. Over manipulation and like switching your products up too much can give you high porosity hair if you have low porosity hair, because you can damage the cuticle. When it comes to apple cider vinegar, there is a safe zone and there is a neutral zone, and most of us are kind of operating in a zone that we don't even know. We just saw a video on there, she said it worked, she got long hair, so we use her recipe. It's not how it goes. Here you can see the actual pH scale for apple cider vinegar. Now the safe zone is going to be anywhere from 0 to 6 on the pH scale, and then the neutral zone is going to be anywhere from 5 to 8. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just want you to have all of the facts, so all of your hard work with hair growth will not go in vain. So take some screenshots. We have one pH level that tightens and we have one pH level that opens. So we have two separate people. We have high porosity hair that has a cuticle that is already lifted and will not shut. And then we have low porosity hair that has a cuticle that is very, very tight and is almost impossible to open. Now, if you do not know the correct level and the correct pH level to have your apple cider vinegar at, then you could possibly be a person that has high porosity hair that shuts your cuticle to the point that you can't get it open. And that is what happened to this beauty here. As you can see in this video here, this is how her hair kind of started off before she got into her regimen of like trying out different products and using ABC on a regular basis. You can definitely see the difference in her curl pattern. You can see her hair holding on to moisture. It looks completely different. But as time progresses, this is how her hair looks right now. And if you look at these two pictures, you can clearly see the difference. And that's something that we talked about. I need you guys to understand, I'm not trying to get you to stop using all of these products. I just really want you to think about them before you begin using them, because understand that just because somebody cuts on the camera and starts talking to you, that does not mean that they are educated enough to give you the type of information that you need. And I'm not telling you to listen to me 100%. I'm giving you this information. Go type it in Google, because it's the biggest search engine in the world. You already on Google right now. Watch it on YouTube, because YouTube is owned by the Google. Search it and find out whether or not there's any validity to anything that I'm saying, and you can go from there. Let's look at this chart again. I need you to remember this. Acid tightens the cuticle and alkaline is going to lift the cuticle. Please remember that. But apple cider vinegar is not in the safe zone. Apple cider vinegar is at level 2, so you need to dilute it. I know it's gonna be a whole bunch of y'all to say y'all use it and y'all want to use it all the time and y'all not gonna stop using it and stuff, and that's fine because your hair is growing. Once again, take another sip. Okay, please understand, just because your hair is growing does not mean your hair is healthy. Length does not equate health, and I can prove it to you. If you look back on my silk press videos, most of the clients that you saw at first that had the most long and beautiful hair when it was curly, and they're like, I haven't straightened my hair in 3 years, I haven't straightened my hair in 5 years, I haven't put any heat on my hair in 2 years, they were the ones that had the most hair cut off. All of the ones that haven't used heat, that have been doing all of these apple cider vinegar rinses and rice water and all of these different things, they are the ones who have to get rid of all of the hair. Even if you look at this video here, you can clearly see the separation and everything being so see-through, because the majority of my clients would be natural and they would come get a silk press maybe like once a year. Okay, so they would come and get a silk press like once a year, but through that whole entire year they were using apple cider vinegar rinses at least once a week, using rice water all the time, and using all of these different products, trying all of these different products, doing all of these over manipulative styles. And then when they come see me at the end of the year, they like, oh, I've been stretching my hair, and y'all got y'all sweaters and stuff with the numbers on them, and then you come to the hairstylist like, oh, my hair is super long, and then the stylist is like, I know it look long, but it's really unhealthy, and we really need to cut like 6 inches because you can see through it. Why is that? That is because we are using acid-based products on our hair, because we see people online, and I'm here on YouTube too, but we see people on YouTube that tell you about a certain product and you just go use it. That's not how it goes. When somebody tells you about a product, just write down the product and say benefits, pros, cons, and start doing all of the research. Here is a free checklist along with like a printout of everything that we've talked about here in this video that you can download, and this will ensure that even when everything goes back to normal and you get back to making your appointments and things of that nature, you know what questions to ask. Or if you're here on YouTube and you come across a new video or a new fad pops out, because there'll be a new fad in a minute, just go online and you start doing your research, because everything that I told you guys about, yes, I went to school and spent a whole lot of money to learn, but it's all accessible to you guys here if you just click Google. Please stop believing everything that you see online. Here are my recommended usages. Honestly, I do not recommend you using apple cider vinegar any more than twice a year. And the only time to me in that case that you should be using it is, like I said, you've been real crusty and dusty, or really love you guys, and I have a new video coming really soon on porosity, so make sure you're subscribed here with your post notifications on. And real quick, do me a favor, unsubscribe to my channel and then subscribe again and click the bell notification, because they were saying something like, you know, it's not giving enough, I don't know, it's not giving people notification. And stop using apple cider vinegar every day on your hair or every week. You're not supposed to use it that much. You're supposed to use it twice a month. I mean, twice a year.